Hi everyone, this is Brooke Skidmore with Awake and Arise, and today is Monday, July 6th. And today I wanted to revisit a subject that we talked about years ago on my website, and I wanted to revisit it because it's been coming up more and more with my clients and with people that I'm talking to lately, and so I thought it might be a good thing to revisit. So we'll see if this rings a bell for anyone. We had talked about what are the excuses that people give, maybe that you give, for not exercising. And if you had to guess, what are the top 3 reasons that people say they don't exercise? So think for a minute, maybe what are your top 3 excuses? What do you think are other people's top 3? And one thing that we have found is that the number one reason that people don't exercise, or that they say they don't exercise, is because of time. I don't have enough time to exercise. What do you think is number 2? The number 2 reason why people say they don't exercise is because of energy. I'm too tired. I don't have enough energy to work out. What about number 3? What do you think is the top 3, the top third reason why people don't work out? The number 3 reason people give for not exercising is that I'm just not motivated. I don't feel like it. So how many of those ring true for you? Everyone is different. We have our different reasons and different days and different challenges. But it's good to know why people do not exercise or why they feel like they can't. Knowing what we know about how important exercise and physical activity are for our physical health and our mental health. So if we know how important it is important to know why people aren't doing it, or why on some days they choose not to. So if we take a closer look at all 3 of those excuses, we can see that they're all just perceptions. Let's start with number 1, I don't have enough time. All of us have the exact same number of minutes and hours in every day. So why is it that some people choose to make time for exercise? Even some of the busiest people you probably know still exercise, and then some of us choose to use our minutes differently. So time is a perception. Number 2, I don't have enough energy. One thing you might have noticed is that actually exercise actually gives us energy. You've probably felt that after a walk or a good workout that you actually feel energized. So that's also a misperception. And then number 3, I'm just not motivated. I don't have motivation. We could spend a whole hour talking about motivation, but one reason that is also a perception is that maybe we're saying that we're motivated by maybe not the most productive things. And just to give you an example, for example, a lot of people say that they exercise to lose weight, or to tone up, or to make my butt look different, or various other reasons that are all related to our physical appearance. And if I am exercising for a certain number of weeks or months and I'm not noticing, at least in my eyes, I'm not noticing any changes in those areas, maybe the number on the scale isn't changing much, maybe my clothes are still fitting the same way. If that's my motivation to exercise and I'm not seeing any changes, I might just give up. I might say it's not giving me the results that I want. And in my classes, if you've attended my classes or if you've been one of my clients before, you know that I never talk about doing exercise for weight loss. We never talk about making certain body parts look a certain way. We do talk occasionally about getting ready for the club, but other than that, I try not to emphasize the physical appearance or weight loss things that are mostly that are associated with exercise by a lot of people. And the reason why is because if that's my only motivation to work out and I'm not seeing those changes, knowing what we know again about exercise and how much we need it, how beneficial it is, I would hope that most people will continue to exercise because it's good for our physical and our mental health, regardless of maybe these things I see on TV or in the magazines that I think are the ideal human body. And so we might think about that this week and maybe take it as a challenge. One thing I like to do with a lot of my clients in classes is actually take note of how you feel at the end of a workout. I have never heard anyone say after a workout, oh, I wish I never did that. it's almost always the sense that, oh, I'm so glad I took the time to work out. Oh, I feel so much better now. Oh, I have so much more energy. And so maybe that's the one thing that we focus on this week, is noticing how we feel after a workout. And oftentimes, if we notice how much less stress I have, or how much my mood is more positive after a workout, I'm more likely to keep exercise a habit, knowing that it feels so good, as opposed to only exercising to achieve a certain number on the scale. And so if you're wondering what type of exercise is the best to do, let me give you the secret right now. And we've been searching for it for years. But the number one best exercise that you can do is one that you enjoy. And I tell my clients this all the time too. And I always ask them at the very beginning of my time working with them, what are things that you've done in the past that you enjoy? What are things that you've tried that you hated and you never want to do again? That way we can make exercise something they continue to love and look forward to, as opposed to something I just have to get through, because then I'm less likely to stick with it for life. So let's all work on that this week. Challenge yourself to think and notice after every workout, how are you feeling, and really try to relish and highlight those feelings, so that it's something that we can't wait to do again and again. Thanks, everyone. Have a great week.